Pegasus might just be the worst airline in the world, at least if you ask this and many other users of TripAdvisor. But is this mysterious carrier truly a zero-star airline? Well, that's exactly what I wanted to find out. Join me on a surprising flight from Bucharest to Istanbul on board a brand new Pegasus A321neo. We definitely enjoyed an amazing time in Bucharest, where we've got to see and experience a whole load of things. However, now it was time to head to the airport to catch our Pegasus Airlines flight to Istanbul. Public transportation in Bucharest is fairly well developed, and if you don't take the wrong subway like we did, you can get to Gara de Nord from anywhere in the center in just a few minutes. And after that, from Gara de Nord, there's a direct train connection to the airport. The train ride just takes under 30 minutes and sets us back 5 lei per person. That's like €1. But once we arrive at Bucharest Otopeni International Airport, the fun begins. Straight to international departures we go. This airport, let's just call it unique. And apparently today is the day everyone decided to travel. It feels like all 12 million annual passengers are here for a grand reunion. Welcome from Bucharest Otopeni International Airport. It's extremely crowded here, and I don't know if we are just stupid or if that's something that's weird, but there are no gates shown in the flight information. But there are 2 different arrows to different gates, so, and on our ticket nothing says that, so I don't know how you are supposed to know where you have to go.
Complicated.
Yeah, so if you walk a little bit further, they suddenly have an arrow that says to all gates. So it's a bit weird, and there are many signs that lead into nothing. But, maybe we just traveled yesterday, and maybe we were also a bit tired. It took ages to navigate through security and passport control. Once we finally broke free, we stepped into a terminal that seemed like it had swallowed the city's population. Despite the madness, we had time to kill before takeoff and decided to find something to eat. Unfortunately, Bucharest Otopeni Airport doesn't have a priority pass lounge, so we landed at a food court. Seating is extremely limited, and left with no other choice, we settled down on the floor outside the smokers' lounge. This area apparently also serves as a parking for kiddos whose parents are smoking inside the lounge. However, there's this Southeast European quirk where people also smoke outside the lounge instead of inside. Anyways, I've visited Romania multiple times and firmly believe that it's one of Europe's most underrated travel destinations. But this airport is just a hot mess.
There is no time you ever fly out of Romania and have a nice, smooth experience through the airport.
It is super crowded here. We're sitting on the floor. This airport is kind of a mess, but it's okay. Last time actually when I was here with a friend 1 year ago, we found some area. I'm not sure if we were supposed to go there because the stairs were closed, but with the elevator you could go up, like on the opposite side of the lounges, and there was just nobody there, like just a floor without anybody. And then if you went to the toilet there was some lady smoking there, like in the men's toilet, and the lavatory was full with cigarettes, like cigarette butts. And it smelled accordingly bad, and it was garbage everywhere, and there were some bags from like newspaper and some like a sleeping bag on the floor that looked like it was there for a while. So yeah. After sitting on the ground for a while, it was time to head to the gate. Now let's go to the gate.
Go.
The gate area was just as cramped, with many passengers opting to sit on the ground. However, a silver lining was that I could now catch a glimpse of our ride to Istanbul. Today, we'd be flying on a Pegasus Airbus A321neo with the registration TC-RBH, delivered to Pegasus Airlines less than 2 years ago. This isn't out of the norm for Pegasus. Founded in 1989, the airline boasts Turkey's youngest fleet, serving over 130 destinations in 49 countries. Upon boarding, the crew greeted us warmly, smiles all around. The cabin crew members oversaw the boarding process, assisting passengers with luggage and seatings. We were seated at 39E and F, which seemed decent overall.
Hepinize şimdiden iyi yolculuklar diliyorum.
The few downsides included limited legroom, the lack of a seat pocket, and non-reclinable seats. But otherwise, the cabin looked modern and the crew was exceptional.
Dolabında muhafaza edilmelidir. Telefonlar uçuş esnasında şarja takılmamalıdır. Hasar görmesi, ısınması, duman dedektörü bulunduğuna bakılır. İyi uçuşlar dilerim. Dear guests, at Pegasus Airlines, we operate Turkish. Anı kaldırın. 2 yaşından küçük çocuklar. İkisi orta bölüm. Engel oluşturacağı ve süreci uzatacağı için yanınızda el bagajları ve
We took off from Bucharest on schedule, bound for Istanbul Sabiha Gökçen Airport. Named after Kemal Atatürk's daughter, it's one of 2 active international airports in Istanbul. While the newer, larger Istanbul International Airport caters primarily to Turkish Airlines and other full-service carriers, Sabiha Gökçen is a hub for low-cost airlines like Pegasus. One thing I've always appreciated about Pegasus is their food. While not included in the ticket price, you can order beforehand or on board at fair rates. We opted for a chicken schnitzel with potato, salad, bread and dessert, setting us back 15 euros. Compared to other airlines' economy offerings, this meal tasted quite good, even coming with a little bottle of olive oil. After our dinner, I checked out the lavatory, which was in decent condition. Back at my seat, I tried to connect to the in-flight mobile entertainment we had prepaid for. Unfortunately, it did not work on either of our devices, so instead we enjoyed a stunning sunset over the Black Sea. So far, I have been reasonably pleased with Pegasus. There are a few minor issues that could be improved, but overall I believe Pegasus Airlines doesn't quite deserve its bad reputation. The crew is professional, the food is delicious and the fares are low. The most significant downsides seem to be with customer service and flight alterations. Moreover, it's clear that every additional feature comes with a fee. However, one must remember that Pegasus is a budget airline, and on many routes, it's significantly cheaper than most full-service carriers. Until this point, our flight has been on time. Yet approach did take a bit longer due to dense air traffic. As always, Istanbul appears congested, be it on its roads, waters, or in its skies. After a notably rough landing, we taxied to a remote gate. As we were boarding the bus, there was a brief power outage on the plane, and passengers still on board used their phone flashlights until power returned.
So just went through passport control, went smooth, very friendly officer. We'll see how we get to the city now.
Once at the airport, immigration took a while, but soon we were city bound. There's a new direct subway link to Istanbul now, making it easier to get to this breathtaking city. Check out my business class adventure on board Turkish Airlines 777 if you're interested in more Turkish aviation adventures. Thanks for joining and see you soon.